Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back for this week's episode of the Insider Gaming News Talk Show. I'm LifeShifter X. I'm joined by everybody this week. House Hendo, Drunk Canadian, and Kitty Crusade. Sorry, I think I got the order mixed up. But we're all here. Woo! After a break last week for Thanksgiving, you know, everybody got a little too stuffed and a little too much turkey. Mostly me. My fault. Sorry, guys. We're here
Is that what that was? You just like ate too much, so you're like,
oh, dude, I had the biggest food baby. It was bad.
It was the next day.
I know it was the next day, but I was still
like,
I was still feeling it.
Eat, man? Like it's hitting you the next day.
Paul Baker Man was going. No, not really the food baby, but I was feeling like shit though. There was something I ate that was not agreeing with me too much, but yeah. So we're here this week with a bunch of different news. Yeah, we've got Bethesda getting nuked in reviews further because of Fallout 76 hate, and a lot of different news about that in general. And then we've got Artifact, Valve's first game in, I don't know how many years, like at least 7, I want to say, 7 to 8 plus. And it's got a very, very mixed bag of reviews, and a lot of it's over monetization. And then, of course, a few other things, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What's going on?
Well, as far as the monetization goes with that game, Artifact is the game. The mechanics seem really well. Hold on, no. Sorry, the lag came out. It seemed like really good, but it seems it takes about $300 from what I've seen from the math being done by certain players to get the full set to actually play the game.
Yeah, the base game. So
it seems to be like 20. Yeah, and the base game is $20 itself. So I kind of understand a lot of the people that are playing this game saying that, you know, it's a good game, great mechanics, but the pay to win is too strong.
Yeah. Well, especially like when you have games like, you know, Magic the Gathering Arena and Hearthstone and Elder Scrolls Legends and Eternal and a couple of these other ones that are all free to play to start, and then you just buy the cards after that. So it's just like...
Yeah. I think you need either a free to play with a basic deck to make me play a CCG, or you pay for it and then you get something for paying for it. An Artifact, it just seems like you get to pay more to pay for it. So I haven't touched it yet. I've watched, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
especially with I would say Magic the Gathering Arena or whatever it's called now. That has been so good that I don't see Artifact.
Yeah, Arena is literally doing everything right by their fans on this one, and I'm really happy that they learned a lot from Magic the Gathering Online, which I've played too over my years from playing Magic.
The thing I saw them do well is they had a bunch of incentives for streamers to start playing it and getting people to watch, and I think it was a long con to get streamers to play it for an hour, and then streamers would be like, "Ah, shit, I really like this game, and I'm gonna play even more."
Yep. So what we got news this week, guys? Like, what? I'll let one of you guys take the first one for our first little bit here.
I mean, everyone heard the great news that PUBG is fixed and it's coming to PS4, so everyone gets psyched.
Oh, I don't believe it. I'll never
believe
it. I've heard this exact story so many times. Oh, it's fixed, guys. It's never.
No,
I believe
okay.
Half-Life 3 confirmed before I believe PUBG is fixed at this point.
Yeah, actually, they've been talking about it. If you fix every bug, PUBG, it just turns into Half-Life 3.
Oh, shit.
So we're never gonna get either.
Yeah,
A fixed game or Half-Life.
I mean, okay, so I've played it finally since I got my new rig, and it plays good for obvious reasons. And it actually plays good on XSplit, which is also a problem I used to have, and it was also an unrelated thing. But yeah, but the fact it's coming to PS4, it kind of scares me because they've literally they super neglected the Xbox community for the longest time after it first came out. Because the problem is,
yeah,
with
we
the
were
consoles,
getting the new maps weeks ahead of console.
Oh, I mean, the second map was 4 months ahead of console.
Yeah, it was insane because my friends at work I'd be talking about playing that new map, and they're like, "Fuck you!" They're on console. I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah. Oh no, it was bad. And then they got the 2 new maps that are coming out soon. But I'm like, you guys need to fix the basic stuff about the game first. The parachuting is still pretty bad. I don't understand why that's thing. I don't know. Borderlands 3, I kind of wish. I wonder about that too, because I would love to have a Borderlands 3. They've been talking about that for years now.
I don't think they've officially announced anything though.
No,
but,
they've hinted at it, but they're not talking about it yet.
My biggest problem with PUBG now is I played Call of Duty. Proper PS kind of feels like, with being able to walk and stuff. So I'm like, I can't go back. I haven't died from vaulting once. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, they did right with the movement in Call of Duty 2, I think.
If they did one thing right, it's that.
I think they're gonna kill their own game though, I think, because Call of Duty is a yearly title and Battle Royales aren't.
I wonder if they do a yearly one with this, or if they have a massive update. Maybe they bring back DLC and do it properly. I don't know.
I don't know. It's Activision. They love their charging everybody and, not including Vaseline for the DLC they bring out.
I mean, Activision seems to have the toxic touch to destroy things I love. Which
yeah.
Originally, I was going to try to bring up them destroying Blizzard from the inside, but we don't have proof of it yet, so I'm waiting on that story.
Well, we do have a few testimonies from head Blizzard people that have left the company since. So they kind of have been talking with no filter.
Yeah, I want to see the fallout though. That's once
when that happens, that'll be
all I talk about for weeks.
Yeah, and I've been hearing they've been having issues with their mobile title coming out for was it Diablo Immortal? They're calling it.
Oh God,
issues.
We talked about that last show.
Putting it lightly, man.
Yeah, issues.
I can't do another 20
having
months.
some net issues.
That shit was a straight up disaster.
Yeah, no, that was its own special cupcake.
I still see clips of it and laugh my ass off. I'm like, well, who approved this?
Everyone.
It's funny, even my buddy that works at Blizzard, he was like, yeah, the hate was there, but then people started playing it and they understood. I'm like, no, they don't. Nobody wants more mobile games. Nobody in their right mind wants more mobile games except Asian countries for the most part.
Plus, you're not going to sink the time. Look at if you were into Diablo 3 real hard, you have thousands of hours. Nobody ever has gotten a phone game as their main game. You're playing it when you're in the bathroom. Why would you sink that much time into your phone games?
There's some Clash of Clans fanatics out there.
Yeah,
I have a great story of roommates I had 4 years ago. They would invite 6 or 7 dudes over, and they'd all drink and play Clash of Clans in the same room. And I'm like,
Clash of Clans is such a terrible game.
Yeah,
dude, it was so bad.
But it's
still it's a rarity. It's not everybody's doing that.
But the people who play those games fucking put a bunch of money and time into it.
I mean,
I got buddies playing some Marvel title right now. He cannot put it down. If we're not doing something, he's always gearing up his Captain America to go fight somebody and shit.
I played the Power Rangers. I played the Power Rangers fighting game.
That one was pretty good.
I played Pokemon Go, and I still do, actually, especially because of this fucking thing. This goddamn thing has got me playing Pokemon Go again because it collects stuff for you automatically from the stops.
I know a few people still driving around,
jumping
gyms.
The Switch thing?
Yeah, that came with the Let's Go Eevee, or Eevee a Pikachu edition if you got it.
I mean,
that works with your Pokemon Go on your phone.
Yeah.
Are there still Pokestops in fucked up areas?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've taken the ones out of the dangerous areas, but they still got them in weird fucked up areas. There's even ones in my area. How do you get to them? You can get kind of close to them, but you can't get to them. So I'm just
wasn't it based off their previous company with the geocaching? That's how
it's Ingress.
Yeah, Ingress, which actually had like a huge update, and they're gonna do something crazy with, but I haven't seen much about it yet.
Because I heard you can go in and use that thing, and like however they deem like stops in the Ingress thing, because it's still active. If you could create your own Pokestop if you like did enough stuff or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's actually how most of the Pokestops are made, because of all those places that players stop for Ingress.
Yeah, imagine how lazy you'd be if you just dropped a Pokestop at your house and you never had to leave.
When it came out, could touch a Pokestop from my house.
Yeah.
You lucky bastard.
Like,
nice.
I'm like, here we go. There's Ingress right there. It's made by Niantic too, the same company that makes, Pokemon Go. But yeah, that's
I was way too about that when it came out, man.
I still like it. I actually randomly every so often I still will go down to the park down the street from my house that has like 5 Pokestops in it, and I'll literally take my skateboard and just skate around the park. And just
there's a huge community event this weekend.
Yeah, I think it starts like tomorrow. Yeah.
Launch.
Yeah, and it's like all of them wrapped into one like huge event.
What, like a whole bunch of gyms and shit? We're gonna have like some 3-way beef.
It's like all the different random spawns that became like more common, I guess, during the events. They're doing them all because it'd be like
they're doing all the legendary Pokemon, all the rarity ones like the Charmander, Squirtle, and that of all generations basically are all going to be more common. Like you could pick them up just like fucking Pidgeys basically for this day. So that's
I'll join you guys when they make Digimon Go.
Dude, about it.
Man. Give me Digimon
fucking
back.
warrior of the digital world. Bring it.
See, the trick with Digimon Go though is that it has to suck you into the phone and make you into. That's exactly.
I mean, that's the only way it has to happen. Right?
Like Tron.
Yep.
Yeah, Digimon was Tron, if you don't remember.
Elon Musk will fund it. We'll get him to do it.
Yeah, tweet at him. Musk, make Digimon real. Dude,
fucking do it.
Digimon was so much better than Pokemon.
Hey, the guy's building Tron right now. You fucking do it.
I mean, I thought Digimon were cooler looking, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely were. And know what? The first series actually had a lot of depth. For a Fox show, it was actually really good for one of the first American animes.
I do specifically remembering crying at the end of the... But I think I was 8, so that should be okay.
No.
You cry from all kinds of weird stuff when you're like 8.
I know, man. You cry over cookies when you're 8 years old, dude.
I mean,
like go to bed early, you cry.
I'm not saying I wouldn't cry now.
Your favorite show ended, you cry because there's a fucking commercial.
Okay. Whoever doesn't cry during the end of the Pokemon movie is a fucking heartless bastard.
Pokemon 2000?
I think
Pokemon 2000.
Yeah, where Ash gets turned into stone.
Oh, it's brutal.
And Pikachu's just like there, like trying
to
zap him.
Pokemon Snap.
I cried when the clone Pokemon had to like go away from their like original Pokemon. And they're like, no, we were just kicking each other's ass and became bros in that last 2 seconds. Why are we getting separated?
Yeah, that too. Like it was all a range of emotions that people normally wouldn't have otherwise.
I know, like if I was just beating the shit out of my own clone for 20 minutes, I'm not gonna be sad when he gets sucked into the sky and won't be like, fuck you.
I'd be pretty sad if my clone died, because that just shows how weak I am.
What if it was
he's
an
being
evil
a dick? Yeah, if he's being a dick, man, fuck him.
I'd expect my clone to be like kind of a dick, so.
Right.
Don't they always turn out evil anyway? Like,
well, it's the facial hair thing. Star Trek proved if you have like bad facial hair, it makes you evil. So this is Hendo's good clone, and his evil clone somewhere else.
Why? Because his beard.
I got out of the closet.
Yeah, if you have facial hair, it makes you evil. Unless you're right.
Yeah, that's a terrible for judging people.
So, Kitty, are you telling me you basically see me like fucking Darth Hendo this whole time?
Well, yeah, because now I see that there was a good one all along.
Oh, okay.
I feel like none of you guys have ever seen Star Trek.
Oh no, I've seen it all.
I've seen so much Star Trek. I don't.
Wait, you're mostly talking about Nemesis, though, aren't you?
I mean, a little.
Okay.
Hey, I saw Nemesis. Okay, Ed Hardy. Wasn't that bad.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
Tom Hardy.
Sorry. Were they all wearing...
I was talking WWE earlier, buddy. Going back to the Hardy.
That's the real. Okay.
But yeah.
One little news hit that it's kind of I wasn't surprised about, to be honest, when it finally came out, was about Overkill's Walking Dead just not doing good at all.
Didn't we call that? Well, I didn't call it. Didn't y'all call that?
I called it.
I think everybody ever called that.
I've never really fucked with Overkill's game, so
I mean, I like Overkill's game. I like Payday and stuff like that, but when they turned basically, basically made it a Walking Dead Payday. That's basically what they made it with zombies, and it's just like I was gonna buy it. Like I actually had it pre-ordered, and I canceled my pre-order the first stream I saw it, and I was like, I'm good with this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy this.
Yeah. So what? They it's like an expansion for Payday. Now you have zombies.
Yeah, it's basically it should have been a mod for Payday, like another DLC content
sounds
to add
like
on
they
to the
just
50 other ones.
it. Like, oh, enemies
I mean,
are
it's
now
a little upgraded of an
Yeah.
engine. It's not it doesn't look exactly the same, but it's a little upgraded of an engine. It plays a little smoother, sure, but yeah, I mean, it's still got a big following in terms of the gameplay, but it's only got around 10K players still touching it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like Payday 2, I don't think was that big at release, and then I got it for.
Oh, I take that back. It's way less now. Oh shit.
Oh,
how much less?
Like how much? Like we.
It was around 10K the time that article was reported, and it's around 2,000 now. Sub 2,000.
Oh, that article only came out 3 days ago.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
Oh Jesus.
Payday 2 was kind
So
of.
it's going well.
It's really good, but
It's gonna be on
Not
Death of
much
a
fun.
Game soon. That's gonna be awesome. I love that show.
well, maybe it'll go on sale and regain some stuff.
It should have
But,
went on sale during this last thing. Oh god, yeah. It's like it peaks around 3,500 during the day,
Jeez.
and it's at
Pretty fucking low,
1,692 now.
I think part of the problem for it is they released it when a bunch of other games are coming out.
See,
so I
okay,
didn't
so
care.
I'm at the point where if any other game company at this point, like, and this is kind of like a theme of the show, because I actually put it, I think, in the show title today. Dumb things game devs do. And one of the dumb things that game devs do is fucking dogpile on every other big release that's going to crush your game before it even comes out. You stupid people. Please stop doing it. Like this year alone, which is great for gamers, don't get me wrong, because we get variety. But the problem is there is literally too much. Literally, you cannot get any more shit than has come out than now. Like we have 40-something titles have released in the last month and a half. Like 45 days. There's been over 40. There's literally more than a game a day that have come out.
Yeah.
Or updates for the games you currently have.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, it's to the point where,
bad.
like, every week is stacked with multiple games coming out, and every dev wants to release this year. I'm like, why? Release your game later and make more money, because you are retarded if you do it now.
Plus,
I
if Bethesda
feel like-
and you waited, you'd have the added bonus of releasing a working game. Maybe if you wait.
I mean, let's be real. They needed to find out what the issues were, and their beta wasn't nearly long enough. Or they could have just done a beta where it was like, a week long at a time or a weekend long at a time and found more of these issues. They did 2 short little tiny betas, and I don't think that was enough time to really do anything.
I think this is kind of just a final back blow for the whole beta idea, where they release every game in beta, and it kind of sucks, and people get angry. And finally, people are getting really, really angry and trying to get refunds and stuff.
So if we're calling the full releases betas, does that mean the actual betas are actually alphas?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
So
some.
it's just a ruse of like, here's your game, it's finished, we promise.
Yeah, if you download it, apparently, an actual purchased item and a license are 2 different things. So some people are getting screwed on there, wanted refunds for that. The guys that did it digitally.
Yeah, and there's just... I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, companies either really need to hold on, because now, like, gamers are actually kind of speaking up with their money and their wallets finally, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't, obviously, like me. Like, I bought the Power Armor Edition and found out that I got a nylon bag instead of a canvas one, and I still haven't yet to claim my free atoms. 500 atoms, which is like a total of $5, by the way.
I'm gonna go price canvas bags tonight because I want to see how erroneous that is.
Dude, it's like a $6 difference. Literally. You're already paying $200 for the game with this helmet. Which, granted, the helmet's actually pretty nice. But...
Didn't you wear that for a stream or something?
Yeah.
No, we were pre-stream.
Yeah, well, no, we were last Insider.
Oh yeah, you did put it on.
I put it on for last Insider. So
Yeah, because I had the Pip-Boy.
the Pip-Boy on his arm. But yeah, it's like I wish these companies would just like stop like making dumb things. Like, you guys already see what the market and what gamers are talking about and doing. Like, you have a good idea. If you have a community manager that gives 2 shits, he will know what is going on. It literally doesn't take more than like a half an hour to an hour doing it, and the community manager's full-time job is to find these things beforehand. Like, you guys really need to work on that.
I feel like they're trying to play catch up. Like you see a lot of this like in like modern film a lot. Like let's look at like superhero movies. You know, Warner Brothers is like rushing every DC project just to catch up with Marvel. It's like that kind of like culture has kind of like infected the gaming community the past couple of years. They all want they're coming out with this game this year instead of putting a year into development and time into this. We gotta get this out quick.
I think
we'll
that's
fix it later.
been in the gaming community forever, though. I mean,
but it's gotten worse.
Oh yeah, true. But I just feel like it's become more prominent in recent years. Like more AAA companies are being ballsy and just doing it.
Yeah, I think part of it's how easy it is to see it happen now. Because I remember if you go back and look at like a Game Informer from years and years ago,
I can go pick one up. I got like a box full.
Yeah, I know. But like the specific one I'm thinking of is Jade Empire, the Xbox game. They had all this stuff that was going to go into it. They released it. I bought it, and they had half the stuff. And they're like, "Well, we had to push it out because it was taking too long." And I'm like, "Ah, shit, that sucks." But I was like 12, so I didn't care.
I mean, that's a bait and switch versus like the like clones of everything. Like PUBG came out, then Fortnite came out, and then there was a bajillion battle royales that came out immediately after.
Yeah,
but I just mean the whole being able to. It's way easier now to talk to other people. Like, wasn't this game supposed to be way better, and then it sucked, and everyone could see.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, AAA studios have gotten more ballsy with, like, they would do this on occasion. Now it's just like, you know what? We're all just launching major releases with huge bugs. We'll fix them later. Pay us now, though.
We've all been conditioned now to just to kind of accept it. Like, you almost expect it.
And now it's getting to the point where now we're not accepting it. Our gamers are not accepting it as much as they used to because it's just gotten so bad.
Well, it's finally tipping, yeah. Finally, but before it was like a game would come out. Like, look at even like the Battlefield games, like 4, when it was like completely broken. And people were like, weren't that upset because they're like, it'll eventually get good. They're just so conditioned to just take their shit.
Now, one game that's come out this year so far that did do a couple weird things and a couple smart things was EA doing with Battlefield 5. They actually released a good title. They did a good job on the release. It didn't actually have many bugs, and they actually listened to community feedback. Like every major thing that happened with, or they talked about in terms of like the bugs and stuff in the betas, they actually did genuinely fix in a good, positive way that made sense for everybody for Battlefield 5, which was a good thing. Now, my only problem is they promised a Battle Royale, but the Battle Royale is not coming out till January or February. Yeah, so that's the only thing that's kind of cool. But weird. It's still going to be free and included with every version of the game, which is still a good thing. They're not charging for it extra.
That's free.
And they got rid of loot boxes. And they got rid of loot boxes entirely. There's no loot boxes. That's good. So there's
zero loot boxes. Is there still battle packs?
No.
Like loot boxes have become like an international legal issue because certain countries have taken action against loot boxes. So
Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah,
and
I can't remember who it was.
Oh.
And Australia. Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was
fun, though.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, Fortnite's destroying the world according to Australian news. It's fucking awesome.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? Not the loot boxes, but remember like Battlefield 4 and 3 had them. The battle packs.
So battle packs are gone now. They're gone now.
So there's no more rewards.
So now what you do with those, you get the same items, but you level up the weapons to get them. You don't have to. You don't have to earn
Call
those.
of Duty style.
You're doing it Call of Duty style, so you don't have to pay for the. There's not even cosmetics in terms of like loot boxes or anything now. There's nothing. Zero.
I saw those in Battlefield 4. They just like gifted you them. You got XP boosts and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, like there's no XP boost, which kind of makes me sad. I did like the XP boosts because when
you like stockpile them up. It just like
like if you're in your team or on a good roll, man, you want to go put an XP boost, and you're gonna be like, boom, I'm gonna get 25,000 points from this match because it's awesome. I can put a 200% boost. Like fuck yeah.
Yeah, those were fun.
But
see, that's the thing is, I know everyone hates loot boxes a whole lot, and I don't like when they impact the game. But as long as it's cosmetics and random points, I like that dopamine hit quite a bit.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
It's a good feeling dopamine hit. It's just like
Battlefield 4, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 did it right with the battle packs. It was just cosmetics and XP boosts, and that's it. Like there was no
that's enough.
There was no extra bullshit, and it was perfect. When they did the whole stuff with Star Wars trying to change it up, that was dumb.
I've seen that one was really bad, but
everything was bad with that. Well, you know what? I'll give them the cinematics and the kind of story was decent, but the rest was shit.
Yeah.
But how you were talking about how they have the Battle Royale coming out later, I almost think that was kind of smart on their behalf. Is like people are excited because it's a Battlefield game, and then you have something to look forward to that kind of like rejuvenates the game again when everybody else is really just saying, here's the full game, here's Battle Royale, everybody skips the main game, jumps into the BR, whereas Battlefield's
and I'm happy, and I'm perfectly happy with the fact that they waited on that feature if they didn't feel it was ready. And I'm actually okay with a lot of developers doing that. I wish they would actually take more notes and do that, because we don't want to go and have a broken game right off the bat and then, you know, come out and be like, oh, we're going to fix it later, but the community's already died off. Like Islands of Nine, for example, was that a perfect topic of that. We talked about this one, I think, a couple shows ago. Where Islands of Nine,
game rose really fast. It was like super popular and then just dead.
Yeah, like it just... That dropped faster than everything. And then another one that's actually still, you know, kicking around pretty good is still Ring of Elysium. Ring of Elysium's still doing great because they did it right from the get-go.
Yeah, that was surprisingly fun and good free to play. I don't know, do they have a monetization to that game at all?
A little bit. They have a couple like exclusive packs you can pick up every once in a while, but it's just purely cosmetics. It's like you get a hoodie pack and like some you know, what is it called? Beanies and stuff, and that's about it.
I've actually never played Ring of Elysium. I'm actually gonna have to go look that up tonight.
It's fun. Yeah. I liked it. It's basically everything that PUBG should have been in terms of a fun game.
I would say it is a straight upgrade to PUBG, except for the color white eventually hurts your eyes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, if you're playing at night, and that's the first thing you see. So that yeah. But I like the auto equip feature. Like that's one of my favorite features of that game is the auto equip feature. You can have more weapons, and the fact that you already come with a backpack and a weapon right off the bat, so you're not just like going in there blind. And your travel methods range from the style of what is it called, like class you choose. If you choose the glider, you've got to be the lightest because obviously you're flying around on a glider, so you get a tiny backpack and a nicer pistol. You go to the snowboard, which is the in-between. It has a medium backpack and a medium weapon, and you got a slightly shittier pistol, but a bigger backpack. And then you've got the climbing gear, which to me is still by far the best, I think. You go around on zip lines, and you can also climb up mountains. You have the largest backpack with a double-barreled shotgun. Granted, now you got a double-barreled shotgun instead of anything else, but it's easily replaced. But you're still starting with a weapon and a nice backpack, and you do all that other stuff. So it works out.
And ski lifts.
Is Realm Royale still around, or did that die off too?
Which one?
Realm Royale.
Oh, it's still around, but it's almost dead because they pissed off the community really fast. It was doing really good, like fantastically good. It was actually on par to finally compete with Fortnite because Ninja was playing it too. And then they went
all
and
the
made,
big streamers were hitting it.
Yeah, and then they made sweeping changes 3 times in a row that completely fucked and changed the game, and they kept reverting stuff back and forth, even though they say it in their disclaimer that they have the right to reserve major changes, and this is what you're agreeing to by playing it. And then it pissed off everybody now, and nobody wants to touch it because now they don't trust the developers because they screwed it up so many times.
Yeah, in June they had peak players of 104,000. Now their 24-hour peak is 3,300.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's a huge decline.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty consistent for a while. Like you look on the chart too for it. It's actually like stayed pretty good for a bit too.
Crazy enough, in the past month they've had last 30 days they've been even, but the month before that they had a 900% increase because of how bad it got, with their average players being 1,100. But yeah, they made some crazy, like they got rid of solos and made it so you have 6-man or something. Like, they did some wildly dumb stuff.
Wait, so there was no more souls? You had a team and you could go up as...
Their problem was
only 6-man.
Yeah, they were...
Oh, whoa.
They were treating their main server like a PTR, basically.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, okay, we don't want to keep dealing with these changes. We're just going to go back and play Fortnite because it's still running. And, yeah.
People just like building shit, I guess. I don't know.
That's dumb.
I have no idea how you can do that.
They made some of the worst choices ever.
No. I mean, and it's kind of silly because they made great choices with their other games, and then when it came to this one, they just went full retard. It's also like the theme of the show. Like I said, it is game developers making bad decisions.
That's
and whoever the producer that was in charge of making that call, because it's a producer's job to make those kind of calls, should have been fired. Like the first time it happened. Not the second, not the third, the first time. You go and kill your player base by 50% the first time it happened, and then they kill it another 30% each time they did it after that? Yeah, no.
And then they also changed the game so much after putting, like, for streamers and stuff. So they got these people to come in for the first time ever and change it right now.
You keep cutting out, by the way.
Oh, I do? Weird.
Okay, good. I thought that was me again. I was about to be...
Yeah, I was going to ask too. I'm like, maybe it's just me.
I was saying though, they paid for like $100,000 stream tournament, and then instantly got rid of all the gameplay they had in it and changed everything. So everyone who was new to the game was like, "Fuck this noise."
Yep.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Fallout 76, man.
No,
it's like a very similar story.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's if Realm had succeeded, it would have pulled away overtime from Fortnite. But all that did was literally push more people to Fortnite when that happened.
Yeah.
Because it's unique enough to be like finally wildly different, because you have classes and you have all this other stuff, and I actually like it in terms of a battle royale before they broke the shit out of it. But I mean, now it's a better game supposedly because Potato Pleb's actually been playing it quite a bit.
Yeah, he's been a big fan.
Yeah, so I think we covered everything on Fallout 76 and Artifact, right?
Yeah,
that we wanted to talk about on those.
Pretty much, I think.
I mean, aside of Bethesda saying they're not allowing refunds, but they're giving people refunds, which is kind of a wild out there thing.
Yeah, like I said, that has something to do with like the difference between it being an actual product and a license legally when it comes to like digital downloaded. So that's like a big thing that's going on right now with that argument.
Interesting. And then of course Artifact having a card that costs as much as the game itself, and then of course $300 from the game collection, which Hendo mentioned.
Yeah, the articles I read, it showed like some guys actually did like the calculations, and some guys actually spent the money. And it turned out to actually get the full deck to fully play the game. It's about $300. You're gonna spend in microtransactions and other ways to get a full deck.
So there's no way to get a full deck in that game unless you pay money.
Exactly. You can't basically play the game till you do that.
Well, you can still play it. You can still play it, and you can still earn packs, but it's slow compared to what you can do if you bought packs or bought the cards individually if you needed them.
But there is a way to get all the cards without paying.
Yes.
It would just take you forever.
Yeah, it would just take you a long time.
I don't understand why people are complaining about this then, because look at games like Warframe. If you wanted to buy all the Warframes, you'd be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like $500-$600 probably.
Well, some of the requirements to like earn them in game were like so fucking ridiculous and so grindy, like nobody would be able to attain it.
I'm not gonna lie, like in Warframe's case, I have spent a couple $100 in the game.
You see what I'm saying? And like you like that game.
But I liked it.
Games.
See, I like the game. I own every Prime frame in the game, except for Excalibur, because I didn't pre-order the game on launch, and I'm okay with this. But I didn't buy every single one, but I bought a couple.
But there's probably people out there playing this card game that are like, it's worth it because I love this game.
Yeah.
Well, I think certain cards were like stuck behind a paywall completely. Like some of them you could grind for. I don't know. It was a mixed bag. I haven't gone through all the reviews and all the.
Can you grind for any cards? I thought you can.
No, you grind for packs. You grind for packs.
Yeah, you grind for packs, but a lot of the cards you need, some like their drop rate in those packs is so like ridiculously low. You're basically never going to see it.
Like I'm gonna be playing it this weekend to try to. I pre-ordered.
Yeah, go ahead and check it for yourself. And let us know.
I want to see what happens with it, and we'll report back more on that next week for sure. Because I want to see what happens with it when I play it this weekend. Because I'm gonna sit down and put like a good probably like 8 to 10 hours into it.
So if Steam gives it to me for free, I'll grind for free packs, maybe pay. But until then, I'm probably just staying away from another CCG.
Yeah.
I put on $100 to Hearthstone like 2 years ago. I'm good.
I mean, I buy the starter packs for all the new sets coming out in Hearthstone just to stay up to date with it.
I feel like it's too much work to stay competitive and into it, so I don't care.
Yeah. Well, they're treating it like Magic now. They're releasing the expansions so fast now compared to before.
I feel like CCGs in both games and the real world have just gone fucking ridiculous. Like I was just in a hobby shop today doing Christmas shopping, and there was a Dragon Ball Z trading card game. Okay,
that's old though. That's an old.
I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. I'm like seeing like holographic Broly cards.
I don't even think it's like an active game anymore. I think it's a dead game now. I think they canceled production on that. But
well, it's not dead in New England. Mad people are playing that shit around here. I noticed. I was like, I thought they were playing Magic. And I'm seeing like holographic fucking Gokus and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going
on? So the other big topic we had this week was Red Dead getting a lot of criticism over the online beta, which was rightly so, because they only opened it up to Ultimate owners at first. Everybody was upset about that. They're like, I bought the game to play the
day one.
Huh?
If you played day one, they also let you play.
Well, that was the next day. So the first day, only Ultimate owners could do it. The second day, it opened up to everybody who owned the game or played the game on launch day. And then just today, it opened for everybody.
Yeah, I played it a lot today. It was a really good time.
Yeah,
if their main game didn't rolling release like that, though.
Yeah, Battlefield.
Yeah.
Like honest about it, like it's a beta.
But everybody did say the biggest complaint I keep saying is just like the big looming thing was the economy apparently is really broken with the golden nuggets. Like that's a huge problem right now.
But it's a beta, subject to change.
Yep.
It is, but that's something if they address before it's really, I'm 100% okay with. But like, I know like the top tier stuff takes a long time to get in that game, but you don't need it or anything. So I didn't care. Like I bought a gun in like 20 minutes of playing. I was playing with friends. I bought another gun. We shot stuff. Like that's what the game was about. I didn't need the
just buying guns and shooting stuff.
I didn't need the super expensive.
It's like a fucking contact.
I mean, it wasn't a bar. It wasn't a bar fight because I hear the bar fights are fun.
I've done
FPS
that.
Russia the game.
But I just mean like, I played the game. There's nothing barred from you for not having enough money that I've seen. So
That's
yeah, I don't have the best horse yet, but also I don't care.
I mean, it's kind of like GTA, like
because you just want to shoot shit, man.
In GTA, who cared about having the best car because you could just go around. You're just going around killing people and doing other stuff anyway. So it's just like,
I just wanted like different cars just because I just wanted to trash them instead. Like I got tired of like fucking trash and rip off Corollas. I was like, let me go fucking get these rip off Humvees, start flipping them.
I mean, I always just went and got the fighter jets from the militaries.
That too.
Who cares?
That's also a thing.
I like
And
the attack helicopter was my thing.
But yeah, also in Red Dead, like 4 of us were playing, but it took us like an hour or so to get the money to like make a clan or guild. They're called persistent posses, but it took us an hour. Like that's not that bad. I don't know.
It's actually not that bad at all.
No.
Persistent posse sounds like a disease from that time.
Yeah, I didn't
like,
want to say it because
It just came down with a slight case of persistent posse. So I'm sorry to hear that.
Said in the wrong context.
Said it.
Said in the wrong context. We all know where that'll go.
Yep.
Persistent posse, eh? Yeah.
Like that doesn't sound like something I'd want to join. Like someone's like, "Hey man, you want to join my persistent posse?"
It sounds like a group that originated from a brothel to come chase you.
Oh man,
they're persistent.
You owe some money, motherfucker.
One of the
got 3 pregnant girls and empty barrels of whiskey. What's going on?
Oh.
Also, I learned fun fact about Red Dead Online. It takes 13 whiskeys to make your person black out and fall.
Wait, he doesn't throw up? He'll just keep drinking until he basically dies?
Yeah, you pass out and then spawn outside the town in like an alleyway.
If there are any devs, if there are any devs for Red Dead watching this right now, you guys should add illegitimate children to the game.
You can't add children to a Grand Theft Auto.
No, like if you lay in like a brothel, and then like 9 months later, there's actually like a new kid in town that kind of looks like your avatar. That'd be funny.
You couldn't do anything with the
you can't use brothels in the game.
Yeah, I'm just saying they should do that.
Arthur's a good man.
You can have illegitimate children running around different settlements that kind of look like your character.
Oh wait, there's one child in the game, but nah, that's a terrible idea.
Come on,
that's a great idea. That's a great way to generate NPCs. I think
that's fable bad.
Like your illegitimate kids are the next generation of NPCs.
Yes, that'd be hilarious. Like,
I feel like you've just created The Sims. You've described to me as The Sims with stealing.
Hey,
horses.
what if The Sims had guns though?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a mod because The Sims has like all kinds of crazy mods.
Have you ever seen how much it would cost to buy all the Sims DLC?
Dude, it's insane. My wife wanted to do that, and I was like, no.
Like $1,300 or some crazy shit.
No, not that much. It's like 300, but still, it's pretty pricey. Even during the sale, it was like $150, I think, for everything.
It's still not as bad as Total War DLC. That's just gotten ridiculous in the past couple of games.
Yeah,
Total War Warhammer.
Go look at the DLC page for Attila, and go fucking do those numbers. Holy shit!
Attila was like one of the worst ones, I think.
But it had some of the best mods. Like I have the Game of Thrones mod for my copy of Attila, and it's fucking fun as shit. Like I like having an army of Unsullied just taking on some fucking Dornishman. It's hilarious.
To get all of the Sims 4 DLC is 467 euros, which is $96.
That's current. That's retail prices though now, not sale prices, right?
Yeah, but they have a bunch of stuff that like $10 packs of laundry day stuff and pet packs. And like,
I was gonna say like some of
those.
the stuff that you pay for those packs for, like it'll be like $15, and you get like a couple new pieces of furniture and like a new costume. It's like
There's some hardcore.
$15.
There's some hardcore Sims player like right now. Like, don't talk shit about my fucking.
I mean,
I feel like you're getting
because I have Origin
into it.
access. I actually dipped into playing The Sims because I used to play The Sims a lot, like back in like 1 and 2, like way back. But
I heard it on Facebook.
And I was like, this is actually kind of interesting. Like, it's fun now where you can do different stuff and like go and travel and get jobs and do all this like nightlife and all this other shit. And they included a lot of this DLC now in the Access Pass. So you could play like over 80% of it or something with the Access Pass.
Should all be included in the Access Pass.
It should be all included.
Sims is old. You know what I mean? Until they come up with a new one that's kind of like, okay, here you go.
Now, the modding community of The Sims is the craziest because you hear about them taking something like a spatula that every house had, like back in the day, that had the Kool-Aid Man on it, and they like added it into every game. And yeah, I had that spatula. I remember that.
But, like the Sims community and like the Skyrim modding community are like the hugest communities.
Now, Skyrim modding community is just dirty. Don't talk to those people.
What do you mean?
God. Where does this come from? I'm curious where the story comes from.
Dude, go look at the mods for Skyrim. It's like, hey, what if lizards had boobs? Like, hey, when you want to see
those are the greatest mods. Like, you make all dragons into
Kitty, point out on this Vote Boy where they touched you.
They touch them everywhere. That's a horny game. They all only care.
I'm talking about the funny mods. Like, you got Macho Man as dragons.
That's the Macho Man as the dragons is the first one that comes to mind for me.
Dude, or the Thomas the Train Engine ones. Those
oh my god.
Have you seen the
one?
Best
Of the sounds. He's like putting his head cut on. He's like, choo choo. It's like looking around.
Have you seen the one that turns all the trees into hands?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, that'd be awesome, though.
No, that's fucking every tree is just like...
Damn.
Just like...
kind of creepy.
Is it just like hands, or they actually like blend them in so they look creepy as shit?
No, it's just a bunch of hands sticking out of the ground everywhere.
That's one way to make it a horror game immediately.
I know. Yeah. What, is this Skyrim or SCP? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no shit, right?
It's what was that terrible game that came out that flopped? Agony or whatever?
Oh my god.
Skyrim Agony.
So we actually had gotten copies of that, but because it did so bad initially, I was just like, never mind. You can have these back.
Initially, it was bad the whole time. It's still bad.
Well, yeah. But
I'll play a bad game just to fucking figure out how bad.
Oh, I saw one gameplay video for like 20 minutes, and I was like, this is not a game I'm never gonna play. Like I said when we were talking about this earlier, there's so many games that are coming out, and I love every genre of games. It is literally extremely hard for me to play stuff right now because of it. I'm like, I want to play Artifact, I want to play Magic the Gathering Arena, I want to play Fallout, I want to play the new Darksiders 3, which I'm working towards right now. I'm playing through the whole trilogy right now. I want to play Spellbreak. I want to play the new Arc DLC. I kind of want to play Raptor Rejects just because it sounds funny. I want to play more Battlefield 5. And there's like 3 or 4 other games. Like I still have to finish Odyssey. Like
don't forget Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Let's Go. I mean, I'm struggling here.
Yeah, I haven't even played.
I just want Anthem. That's all I care about. I'm not playing anything else.
Actually, Anthem's beta comes out next week.
That's too early.
I think I'm staying away from the beta. I'm just getting it.
There's too many games right now, man.
Yeah, and I own too many games right now, and DLCs have been dropping because I have a few season passes. Like Surviving Mars. I don't know if you guys have played that game yet. It actually gets quite addicting. It's kind of like a mixture of City Builder and RTS, but yeah, they just dropped a bunch of DLC.
Spider-Man DLC I haven't played yet either. I haven't even finished Spider-Man.
Oh, here we go, Spider-Man. He's talking about Spider-Man, folks.
Oh man. So yeah,
don't see the eyes tweaking. Watch the eyes.
Yeah, right. Watch the eyes. So let's get back to our main topic for tonight, which we're gonna have a lot to talk about in this. If you guys want to open up that link, because we're gonna go through some of these topics. So next week, December 6th, I think. Is it the 6th? Where's the fucking date?
It's the 6th.
Okay, it's the 6th. So the December 6th, which is next week, we're gonna see the Game Awards come out, which is the big one. out of the bunch. Everybody has their own game awards, but this is the big one, the one that's publicly televised and everything else. Their nominees this year, which I thought some of the, like, we're going to go through some of these. We were talking about these before the show, and there's just some dumb choices in here for some of the nominees. Yeah. Like, and some of them I'm just, like, purely curious in how they got on the list in the first place. Some of them, most of them make sense. There's a couple of them that are like, was somebody high when they chose this list?
It's a very, very, very possible thing.
And one of the things I noticed about it, it's not... Sometimes you see them make choices that they're like, we're trying to strike up debate, so talk about this. But then, like, instead they're like, let's just make a bad choice.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are just straight bad choices.
And then sometimes they're like, oh shit, these guys give us money.
Yeah. So...
I wonder if the Game Awards takes money.
Game of the Year. Game of the Year. This is an interesting one because it's Game of the Year. Actually, I kind of want to put this on screen so people can see it too. Let me.
I put a link into the chat, people.
I mean, we could do that too. I was just gonna for.
No, I'm saying I already did.
Oh no!
No,
yeah.
we need. No, go ahead. We need to publicly shame them on the show. Just put them on the screen.
So let's put this up here so you guys can see it here. It's gonna kind of overlap everybody a little bit. So let's put it in the center here so you guys can see it. You guys are full screen. Check it out. We don't need to see this stuff up here, but so to get into some of our topics, this is kind of a wild one. So our Game of the Year is going to go through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, that makes sense because the story was actually fantastic. It's a good change from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, good game.
We have Celeste. I don't know where this one came from. I literally do not know where this came from.
What is this?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, you.
I've heard of it. It's
I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's big in the speedrunning community, but that's about it.
And I mean, it has a very good rating, but it's a platformer that's okay.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm kind of.
But I'll never play it again.
So then we get into some heavy contenders. We've got God of War. Totally agree with this being there.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I agree.
Totally agree with it being there. Monster Hunter World. Totally agree also it's there. I was actually kind of pissed they released or delayed the PC port though, by the way. Then Red Dead Redemption 2. All of these make sense except for Celeste.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what Celeste doing.
Like
who makes Celeste? What publishing developer is making Celeste? Maybe that could
Celeste
illuminate.
Is by Matt Makes Game.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's like one slot. Like, is this maybe one slot was reserved for like the best shitty game? So, like everybody else has to kind of compete.
And there's the Razzie.
There's like the kind of like mascot spot where they just input a kind of shitty game.
I'll say as what the game is, which is like a pixel platformer. It's a 10 out of 10 game, but you can't compare that kind of game to something like Spider-Man, which is just so much better and more,
yeah, or God of War or Red Dead or Monster Hunter, which are hundreds of hours of gameplay, like by themselves. Where you have a game that's like less than 10 hours, if even that.
Yeah, Celeste wins. That I don't even know what that would say about the gaming community.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I'm actually legitimately happy that's not on this list is fucking Fortnite. I'm glad that it's not on the Game of the Year list.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so happy.
It's on every other list.
It's on every other list.
Well, isn't the criteria for Game of the Year like it came out this fucking year? Like Fortnite.
Tell that to Joyce.
So it'd be
disqualified. Technically, Fallout, or I mean not Fallout. Fortnite hasn't released yet, so
Thank God.
That could be there yet.
Game of the Year. It's not a real game. It's a beta.
Yeah, it's technically a long-term beta.
We can now tell Fortnite they're not real gamers because they don't play a real game.
Yeah, at least I play full games that are broken instead of your working beta.
Yeah, you beta ass
fucking nerds.
Oh my God. So now we're going to go to the best ongoing game. Now there's some of these that don't make sense either.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, I get. It's an ongoing game. They released DLCs. Now, granted, you got to pay for this ongoing story because God knows they charge you for everything. Nickel and dime you to death. Yeah. Fortnite, okay, it's a battle royale that gets some skin updates and a little changes to their map. Not necessarily
but since Fortnite's in beta, so how can it be an ongoing game if it hasn't even started yet?
Technically.
Well, let's not get into the politics.
It's still technically in beta.
Technically qualified. Get Fortnite off that shit.
So now you got a No Man's Sky. I know.
Totally agree.
I know, drunk Canadian. I actually agree with this.
Fuck
now,
you.
however, However,
this should almost be in its own category called most improved.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, there's a couple games that would fit in that category too.
That's basically what this
but
is.
the next update, and the 2 updates that came out earlier this year are the only reason that game's on this list. Let's be real. That's the only thing that's driven that game to be on this list to begin with.
And they're still 5 updates away from being any good, in my opinion. So
it's tremendously better. It's really good, actually. It's
playable. It's highly saturated fucking space engineers at this point.
So here's one that doesn't make sense to me. Overwatch. Overwatch does not make sense to me on a best ongoing game. They got, 2 characters this year? 3?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
And then they got 3 characters,
Yeah, and then some skins.
How is CSGO or like League not in this fucking category?
Wait, did League have DLC this year?
It's just characters and skins too, but it releases more than Overwatch does. So, okay, so now I'm like, okay, I'm on the confused train. Why is Overwatch here?
And my argument for that was that they had a really good esports year, and they really put a lot into that, but that's not
necessarily ongoing game, though.
Yeah.
So, and then you have Rainbow Six Siege, which I think absolutely should be there.
Yeah,
this is another most improved title. Because when this launched, it was cancer.
Yeah. That's what this is. It's most improved. I would probably give it to 6 personally, but
I think it's a toss-up between No Man's Sky and...
I won't ever talk about...
So, this one's like, awarded for a game outstanding development, ongoing content that involves player experience over time. Now, okay, if you talk about player experience over time, sure, maybe Overwatch is there because they've done the esports, but that's the only thing that they've improved.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
they also made it so you can tell people when they're being mean to you. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, then Rainbow Six Siege starts banning players if you call them a cunt in the chat now.
Well,
man, if you're from the UK, that's just a common phrase you say.
Right.
Like Australia.
So now we're going to go into Best Game Direction. Awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
The interesting for this is the innovation part, because they didn't pick much with innovation, in my opinion.
No. I mean, okay, 2 things. The first two items here, yes.
Yep. Yes.
A Way Out
was a good movie. There really wasn't that much gameplay.
But it was a innovation of a change because of the direction, the amount of story it is. Like if you actually
the creative vision was good.
Yeah, the creative vision was really good.
Yeah, I'll give them that. The story, the creative vision, it's a beautiful, very well immersive world. It's just like more of a movie that you can interact with.
Yeah, I mean it's a David Cage game. You're gonna press X and go forward and maybe make a yes or no decision.
Yeah, and you have a little bit of movement here and there, but. A Way Out, I understand where that came from because it was a co-op experience exclusive to co-op, and it was a one-time playthrough for most people, and that was it.
It was like a
no DLC,
Brother's Tale. I don't know if you guys ever played that. It reminded me a lot of that.
So and then we go to Best Game Direction. Then we have God of War, which I kind of get.
I kind of do. I guess the adding in the
creative vision, sure, but it's still playing off the same lore and everything of the previous games.
Yeah. Well, I think they did a really good job combining both the pantheons of the Greek and Nordic gods. That actually, I gotta give them kudos for that, because not a lot of studios can do that well and not look really campy.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it well. I don't think it's too innovative. That's the thing. I think it's an extremely well-made game. I just don't think it's a new concept.
Now Spider-Man's also on this list too, but it does stuff that it improved on the original games.
Yeah.
And it's basically just an improved version of the original games with some cool, better stuff like the suits and powers and stuff like that. But it didn't change much.
Yeah.
It brought you a formula that you knew and you were comfortable with, the web slinging, the going around and doing stuff, but it didn't really bring anything new. I don't think that should be on this list. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, I think actually could be on this list, but it's also more so from player interaction more so than the game itself. Like the game itself brings a lot of cool stuff visually and some story and stuff like that, but I don't think it qualifies to be on this list.
One thing.
What?
It's got innovative reactive horseball technology.
I was going to say, are we going to talk about horse genitalia now? That's because I'm pretty sure that's where that was going.
Well, what other game has that?
Aren't the settlement interactions pretty advanced for that game, though? Like, the way that actually is like a pretty credible butterfly effect now?
Like the way the NPCs interact with each other and how
the immersive world part has always been a thing that Rockstar's been amazing at.
Yeah,
so,
true.
That's their thing. So now we're going to go down to Best Narrative, which makes sense. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in the game. Now, Detroit being the first one on here makes perfect sense. It is a very narrative-driven story, and it's choice-driven story. God of War.
Yeah.
Narrative. Okay, I think it's more a bit. Okay, I guess it does.
The narrative was pretty good. The boy, that whole bit.
Quiet boy.
Boy.
Dude, that meme was everywhere.
Dude, it was the gamer version of Damn It Bobby. It was our Damn It Bobby, and it was great.
Basically. Life is Strange Episode 1. I haven't got to play this one yet. This is also on my list of things to play, but I'm not going to play it until after all the episodes release because I fucking hate waiting for that.
I don't play episodic games until they're done. So I don't know. First one's okay.
Now, we're talking about best narrative. Spider-Man's also on this list. I get it.
I think it goes to Detroit. Because even though I talk shit about its gameplay, its story was fucking amazing.
Yeah, like in this category, and then you even have Red Dead Redemption 2. While it's got a really cool story, which I don't think anybody's ever going to finish because it's so goddamn long.
I don't think about
What do you mean? So you didn't finish it?
I haven't gotten more play still. I haven't played more than like 10 hours of it without going more than, you know, like very far in the story for the most part. Like I get stuck on everything.
You haven't beat it yet.
No, I haven't played more than 3 hours of it.
Don't click on that link I put in Discord then.
Okay.
I beat every single game, but I have not gotten past chapter 2 in the game.
Yeah. So on this one, like for me, it would have been best narrative. Definitely would have gone to Detroit because of it does have like out of all these game choices, the narrative is the best here.
I don't know. I did the
Red Dead was amazing.
Spider-Man gave me the single tier ending though. I had the one come out, and I'm like, Peter Parker, you're the best.
Otherwise, I didn't take some well-received ones and made an actual interesting game of it, like super old stuff, Grim Tales and stuff like that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of like old like science fiction tropes. Like, you know, I have no mouth, but I must scream. So I really like Detroit's story.
Yeah,
I thought it was really legit to like the AI experience, kind of, or at least how we would.
It's basically taking
it would go down.
It's
like, we don't know what really happened, but it's a really good narrative.
It's kind of taking the like a narrative from Bicentennial Man.
Yep.
AI, the movie AI with the one kid, and
without the extremely drawn out fucking pretentious shit.
Yeah. Wait, which one was AI? That's not the Will Smith one. That's iRobot.
No, that's
no. AI is the one. AI's with the kid from the Sixth Sense.
Yeah. And then iRobot. It actually takes things from all of these things. So it takes like all the best cool things about each one of those like movies, and then makes it into a cooler story that makes sense for modern time.
Here's my problem with it though: is due to the choices I made, my story sucked, and I felt dumb.
And that's the thing. It's like when you get to a certain point.
Wait, you're upset because you made bad decisions?
Yeah.
But so that's the thing.
There's a the game.
What's the game's fault?
There's a point in that game where you get too many choices. Like it gets to the point
where
I
don't blame the game. It's all my fault.
You're like in Until Dawn, for example. It's the same makers from Until Dawn. They make this game, and then they're like, okay, cool. You got 3 different choices you can make, and these lead to your 4 or 5 potential different stories. There's like 25 endings for fucking Detroit Become Human. I've gotten to 2.
They should have made it like Mass Effect, where all your choices seemingly affected everything, and in the end they mattered for nothing, and you got 3 identical ends.
Perfect.
There, bam, perfect.
They got fired the original creator of the concept first before you can get to that part, though.
Yeah. Give it a
So now we're gonna go for best art direction, outstanding creative and/or technical achievement for artistic design and animation. So let's
see with this shit fest. I love this.
So this is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, that makes sense, I think. God of War definitely makes sense. Octopath Traveler abso-fucking-lutely makes sense. Red Dead Redemption 2 also makes sense. Return of the Obra Dinn does not make sense.
So stylistically, it's pretty cool, but it's whatever.
It's not something hasn't been done already though.
Was Horizon Zero Dawn last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yes.
So that was on a lot of awards last year.
Yeah, I would have seen that in this category probably, but yeah, last year.
So this one was actually
like Zelda.
So now we're getting to the best score of music presented by Spotify, which I don't know why Spotify's sponsoring an entire section for themselves, but here we are with Celeste again. Celeste somehow making it into another list. God knows why.
I gotta go play Celeste now because it has like a dope soundtrack. This game of the year, man. This fucking game is ridiculous. I know. Fuck.
God of War, Spider-Man, Nino Kuni, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead Redemption. Now, out of this list, if you're talking about score and music, it would definitely have to be either God of War, I think, or Octopath Traveler or Red Dead. Like, those are like the top 3.
Destiny 2 didn't come out this year, did it?
No.
Okay, because I'm about to say, because I love the score from Destiny.
Now, yeah,
2.
the score for Destiny is also pretty damn good. Now you have best audio presented by Dolby. Wait, so hold on. We've got best score of music presented by Spotify. Then we've got best audio design presented by Dolby. Okay, cool. We got two sound ones.
What's the difference?
That's what I'm kind of like.
Baby.
Why are they like what?
This is why I brought this up, because I saw this and I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
So let me point out though,
Because they're paying for everything. They're paying for the catering and the goodie bag.
Spotify's doing the actual like music. It's the audio itself, like shot.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
feel like this is having like.
But your average person
best
wouldn't
visuals and then best graphics and like the same fucking thing.
I just feel like it should be audio engineering instead of audio design.
Yeah.
Because audio design, I don't know, it sounds kind of stupid to me. Like, let's go back to the old Emmy categories of audio engineering. Can we do that, please, people?
I definitely agree. So I was okay. So let's get best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. So we got Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Okay, sure.
No, it has bad audio. That's number one.
I know. So I'm like, okay, sure. Not really, but okay, sure. Like, whatever.
Do you guys think Red Dead will be on this list?
We'll see. So we got Forza Horizon 4. Makes perfect sense. Forza games are notorious for having amazing sound design.
Yeah.
God of War.
Well, you need good music if you're going to drive around in a circle for a long time.
I mean, even the car audio, the way you drive through, like everything sounds good.
Yeah, I'm convinced those guys hang out at a Ferrari dealership most of the time, just listening to
Actually, Ferraris are not allowed in it.
You cut out. Where are they allowed?
They're not allowed in video games because you're not allowed to see them damaged.
I did hear that. That came out with Gran Turismo 3, I think.
Fucking Italians, man. They need to chill the fuck out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we've got,
so Ferrari is a national company of Italy, so I can't say that. It's the Italian government that's saying it.
We got Spider-Man, which doesn't make sense.
No, dude, they had good audio, for the design of the level.
Good audio and stuff, but it's not, like I said, it's coming down to the point where it's not anything new.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same similar audio from the previous Spider-Man games. It's like, all right, cool, sure.
How well is because I know Spider-Man games, one of the things that make or breaks them for audio is kind of like their Doppler effect ability. Like, how is that in the new Spider-Man game? Like, when you swing up from, the street, do you actually get like a really good echo and distance?
Yeah, you do get a good depth in terms of audio.
There's nothing wrong with the audio at any point, but I don't know if it's better than anything. So then we're gonna go next. Red Dead Redemption 2 is on here. So you called it. It's definitely there. It's on
those voting activists.
But out of this list, though, like if you're the only two I think that are actual contenders on this in terms of best audio design are Forza 4 and Red Dead. The rest are cool. They're good, but I don't think they're real contenders.
Here's the thing: is if they were like voice actors and such for this, it would be a different story. But that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
You mean the next category?
No.
Is there a voice acting category?
Yes, and that's not the best performance category. Don't you worry. Or
it is.
No, it is. It is. Okay.
So now we have the third sound category, which I mean, the sound categories don't make any fucking sense to me because I mean the first two do to some degree, the third one does, but they're weirdly laid out into this anyway. So I think for me anyway, it would have been Forza Horizon 4 or Red Dead, like hands down, because audio visuals for both of those games amazing. So now we're going to best performance awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. So Brian Deckard for Detroit Become Human.
Who I think did do the best in Detroit Become Human.
Between him and the other main antagonists, between those two.
Fuck all y'all. Christopher Judge for the win.
Boy.
I mean,
if I knew it was Christopher Judge voicing Kratos, I would have bought the fucking game.
He needs to learn the kid's name, and for that, he's disqualified.
Fuck that kid's name.
Boy!
I hear that guy say boy one more time, I'm gonna snap.
And he says it like 20 different ways.
Listen, I can listen to Christopher Judge say boy and indeed all fucking day. I don't care.
Oh, because he'd have his big hand in your face like, boy!
Dude, I grew up watching Stargate SG-1, so Christopher Judge can do like no wrong for me.
So this one was interesting. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Melissa Thani?
I don't know.
Miss Mahat. That's all I'm calling her.
Melissa Thani?
Mahat.
I don't know.
Let's call her Miss Malone.
So she plays as
Miss
Cassandra in
Malone.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, this makes sense. Cassandra's voice was really good. So was why wasn't this a duo thing for both characters? Because they're both really good.
Maybe
Especially Alexios. Like Alexios actually was a really good voice acted character.
maybe
she just won out by like a narrow margin because maybe they can only pick one.
So then we got Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2. Doesn't make sense to me.
Dude, no.
What do you mean?
His voice acting's bad.
His voice acting is really bad.
He doesn't do a good Western accent. He changes how he says words throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah. I agree with that one because it was just so bad.
Other stuff changes on. Actually, you guys haven't gotten that far.
So, and then
Never mind.
We've got Yuri.
I'm just saying his accent's not consistent.
Oh, here comes Life Shifter's pick.
Oh, this is not my pick.
Spider-Man?
Yuri is Peter Parker Spider-Man. I mean, I get it.
That's 100% my pick, though. That's for voice actor.
Between him and Ryan Deckard for me, and Christopher Judge. Really, like those three are like the top ones for me for this category. Cassandra was good.
I gotta give it to Chris, man. I love that guy. His voice acting is awesome.
I don't respect gravelly voiced voice actors.
Man.
So we've got another one too. So games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a profound social meaning or message.
Oh,
now there's going to be a game in here. You're going to wonder why the fuck it's not in here because I'm sure as hell wondering why it's not in here. So let's get to these ones.
I'm wondering why this category exists more than you do.
So let's go with this one.
11-11 politics on this one. We have to.
11-11 Memories Retold, which I don't understand why this is here to begin with because this is a remake.
I don't know what that is.
I'll
be honest.
Celeste again.
What do with the bird?
Celeste again.
Which is about depression.
I didn't know about the first two, so I'm going to say no for Impact, because I didn't even know they fucking existed.
So, Florence, I have never heard of this game, ever.
What the fuck? It looks like like a kid's TV show.
Or a kid's book.
Cartoon book.
It's called an interactive story, sorry. So I think it might be like a light novel.
Well, it says about an interactive story about love and life. Okay. Life is Strange Episode 1. How can you judge about a game that's partially finished? Just saying.
Great.
Maybe they're categorizing.
But it is the complete first episode.
Yeah.
But that's like beating the first disc on Final Fantasy VII and being
so now we're getting.
All right. If you added into this list the first disc of Final Fantasy VII, that would win.
So now then you go here, the Missing J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories. Never heard of this game either.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So tell me.
Title.
Tell me the thing. Games for Impact, a thought-provoking game with a profound social meaning or message. What game is missing from this category?
Scroll up 5.
What game is missing from this category, guys?
Red Dead, of course.
No. No. Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human is hands down.
Nobody cares about the Cylons. Nobody cares about those Cylons.
You're the one who said you cared about it.
No, I said it was a good story. I don't care about them. Fucking throw them all in the recycle bin.
I didn't realize you hated robots. That's what story.
So we're gonna get to a couple more categories and then we're gonna skip the rest of them because the rest of them are stupid beyond a certain point. But best independent game. Okay, here's Celeste again showing up randomly. Okay,
here's the thing is, if it's gonna win best indie game, I would be okay with that. But it's just if it's an indie game, it's not gonna win the best game of the year from the other thing.
No,
it shouldn't be in this category if it's in that best game of the year.
No, here's the thing: it's an indie game. It shouldn't be in the other category.
It shouldn't be in the game of the year category. It should not be in the game of the year category. It should be in the best independent game of the year category.
I think Dead Cells is gonna kick its ass.
So yeah, so we got Celeste, we've got Dead Cells, we've got Into the Breach, we've got the Return of Obra
Into the Breach is on there. Oh no, fuck that.
And then the Messenger is also in
here.
Breach. Yeah, so like my money was on the Messenger, Into the Breach, or Dead Cells, because forget the rest of them.
Yeah, because Into the Breach is actually really well. I love that company.
Yeah,
I loved Into the Breach.
Dead Cells was also fantastic. Messenger was also a fantastic game. Like those are great games, I think. The other ones, like Celeste being in here, and the Return of Obra Dinn, which didn't those don't make any sense to me.
Yeah, honestly, Into the Breach should be in Game of the Year instead of Celeste, because I have no idea what the fuck Celeste. But I've heard of Into the Breach, like a motherfucker.
So, best mobile game. For the best playable and dedicated mobile device. Donut County. Never heard of this one.
What the fuck is Donut County?
No. So here's Florence coming up again. Best mobile game. Why is a mobile game in that other category?
It's a
Oh my God,
fucking
and
mobile game. What the fuck is going on here?
And look what it's competing with. So you have those 3 games, and then
Wait, what's the new
Fortnite.
Florence?
there's Fortnite.
There's PUBG Mobile.
Wait, you can play Fortnite mobile? What?
Yeah, you
How
can.
did you
dude,
not
you didn't
know
know
that?
I didn't know that. Does it play any good?
No.
It's
Yeah.
actually not bad.
Well, it's actually not bad. It plays better than the Switch.
I mean,
this is where Diablo Immortal came from, right here.
Right?
They're like, we're Blizzard.
The
We're
best.
just like-
Okay, if I were gonna pick a game out of this category, the only one game that stands out to me is Reigns Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, Game of Thrones, baby.
Yeah.
No
Donut
one fucking
Country
remembers.
was good for a mobile game, but it's who cares? It's a mobile game. It wasn't that good comparatively to any other game.
So here's the best VR AR game: Astrobot, Beat Saber,
I
Firewall Zero Hour, Moss, and Tetris Effect. Now, if you were gonna tell me what it was, I was gonna go for Beat Saber, hands down. But Beat Saber
think
for me
that's
is the
fun.
best game.
Tetris. You can't beat Tetris.
I mean,
I've heard
Tetris.
Tetris Effect is really good. I have not.
I haven't gotten it yet, but I wanna play it because it's a VR game. But for what I have played out of all these games, Beat Saber hands down.
I've watched a buddy of mine who streams play Beat Saber a lot, and that actually looks really good.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun. It's more fun playing it than watching it. Like watching it is
Yeah,
also
like-
pretty entertaining to see people go crazy with it, but like
Yeah, I
playing
think
it.
Reload plays it, and I've seen him play it a few times.
Yeah.
It looked really
And then Firewall Zero Hour is like a very good tech demo for VR. Might be for FPS later on. That's how
Yeah.
I see that.
But it's
That
only
could
it's
be
only
cool.
on PlayStation VR, so it's not on
Yeah.
it's not on Oculus or anything.
And Moss
That's
is kind of
fine.
tripping me out though, because like when I put on the game, I just got this weird anthropomorphic mouse, just like, "What's up, bro?
You're just chilling with them.
You're on the wrong bridge."
So let's get to the next get. Best action game for the best game in action genre focused on combat. So we got COD, sure. Dead Cells, okay, sure. Destiny 2 Forsaken, all right. Far Cry 5, fuck yeah. Mega Man 11 doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, Mega Man.
Where's Battlefield?
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. I'm like, where is Battlefield on this category? But I think,
didn't put 'em-
but
They
Maybe
put
Battlefield's
it-
supposed to be a Mega Man
but
spot.
this list came out before Battlefield released, so I think that's why it's not on here. Battlefield
Mega Man
should have been on here. I
is
think.
okay.
Mega Man 11 was actually really good. Did you get it on your Switch?
I want to. That's actually
It's actually really good.
so. For my
It's-
8 hours of travel tour, to places next month, I'm gonna probably play it on the plane.
I don't think Mega Man 11 was good enough to beat out any like.
Oh no,
none of these
it's
games.
definitely not. But it is
Mega Man
definitely
11 Game of the Year.
So, best action adventure game. So the first one we got on here is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Make perfect sense. Perfect sense. God of War, perfect sense. Spider-Man, perfect sense. Red Dead, perfect sense. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, also perfect. Actually, I think this is the only category that actually makes sense. Legitimately
Yeah,
I
makes
was
sense.
waiting for you to like pick out one of them because I read the list. I'm like, these all fit here.
Yeah, I'm like, these all
Why
actually
have
fit
you
here.
I'm surprised Tomb Raider hasn't been in more categories. Like, is it shit along
I was,
every other category?
I was actually surprised it wasn't in sound design, actually.
I don't think it's different enough from the last one for them to really put it up into too many things.
I'm
Yeah.
about the fastest end game switch in like gaming history because that like day one.
Yeah, that could have been on
Like-
that one, too.
That needs to be a category. First day one patch switch. Like who did the best?
I'd love to see like the Razzies for games where we just. Hey, what was the worst game that came out this year?
Yeah. What is
Maybe we should do our
what is the
own.
worst of the worst this year?
Maybe we should do our own Razzie. We should do that.
At the same
So,
time as them.
best role-playing game. For the best game design with first-player character customization, progression, and include massive multiplayer games. So,
already.
Dragon's Quest, 11 it looks like. Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Ni no Kuni 2. Octopath Traveler. Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. Most of those make sense,
Yeah.
I think.
I haven't.
Pillars
played
of Eternity is actually really well done.
I've heard it's super good. I think
Yeah, I
Which
have
one?
the first
one.
Which one?
Pillars of Eternity.
Oh, yeah. Pillars of Eternity, I heard a lot of good things about. Octopath Traveler, I've never heard a bad thing about it yet.
But this might be
Honestly-
the year for JPRPGs, though.
Yeah, it's...
I think Monster Hunter Worlds almost fits into the action.
Yeah, I feel like that fits
That's-
better into
yeah,
the
it
action
does.
category than it does this. But sure,
But
okay.
it has a big leveling up system and all that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it does have some
It's more like an action
definitely
RPG.
like a lot of weeboo RP moments to it because I've played on my buddies and cooking monster meat was very entertaining is the word I'm going to use.
So we
Dragon
got
Quest 11 wasn't very good.
best fighting game. Now this is going to be interesting because fighting games have there's been a lot of fighting games this year actually. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Okay, I thought that was an older game, but I could be wrong. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, absolutely. Soul Calibur 6, for sure. And then Street Fighter Arcade Edition. This is over a year old, I thought. I'm almost positive that's over a year old.
So right now, all those games are lucky Super Smash Bros. Isn't out.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Especially with Nintendo's new take on streaming and VODs and stuff of Nintendo games.
Yeah.
It's going to be the biggest one.
And all of these except for Blaze Blue, I think, make the most sense. And Street Fighter, these the other three other games on here, I'm just like, but there's only 4 games on this category, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but Dragon Ball I think is probably going to take it. They actually do a really good job when they do the Dragon Ball game.
Yeah, they have a huge community behind them right now too, so their tournament league's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been playing Dragon Ball games since Budokai.
Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition came out January 16th, 2018. So it fit.
Wow. But it's just the arcade edition of the same game, though.
Yeah, it's also whatever.
Yeah. So, best family game. All right, let's go to this category. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, God.
There's
Mario Tennis Aces. Nintendo Labo. I don't understand why this is a thing. This is not a family-friendly game. It's a fucking cardboard cutout kit.
That you use with your family.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. It's not a game.
It's real world. It's crafting in RL. Okay.
Yeah. It's Overcooked 2. Fuck yeah. I absolutely agree with that.
That's a terrible family game. All it is me yelling at people, telling them I need more fucking mushrooms. I need onions already cooked. What the fuck are you doing? And
but see, it's like Monopoly. It's a family ruining game. It's so
family
ruining.
Families don't belong in
Monopoly.
Families don't belong in kitchens. Don't y'all watch Bob's Burgers?
Starlink Battle for Atlas. I don't know anybody who plays this because of the toy thing.
Yeah. It's bad.
Super Mario Party. Absolutely. But notice, all of these games have one thing in common. What are the one thing these all have in common?
Doesn't Kid Tutu play
games?
Starlink?
Huh?
Didn't Kid Tutu said he played a little bit of Starlink though himself?
At E3.
Oh, okay.
I played it at PAX West. I have it at PAX West, but they're all on Switch. They're all on the Switch.
Yeah. I have the same problem with Mario Party where I would never play that with someone feelings I appreciated. Because I'm going to destroy them and they're going to get pissed off.
So
I haven't lost a game of Mario Party in years.
So Kitty, what I'm hearing from you is that you want to play Mario Party with me.
I could
apparently he's going to destroy you.
I'm not joking. I am better at Mario Party than I am at.
I read what you saw. I could lip sync, but you went quiet when that happened. You said
you cut out.
I said I'm better at Mario Party than I am at.
Are you like censoring yourself? Are you saying a word we can't hear?
I'm so good at Mario Party, it won't let me tell you because I'm so powerful.
Discord's like we can't let the secret out.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Is your threshold set super low or something? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I did mess with my stuff earlier today, so it's probably it's when
so what you're saying is you're better at Mario Party than you are running a bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
I've not lost a game of Mario Party in 6 years.
So best strategy game. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform.
This is my category right here. Let's do this.
So Banner Saga 3, sure.
Hell yes.
Battletech, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, but
Frostpunk,
Adeptus,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, Frostpunk.
Into the Breach, yeah.
Yes,
sure.
of course.
Valkyria Chronicles 4, makes a little sense. Yeah. Like I feel like that belongs in the JRPG category up above.
I feel like Adeptus Titanicus should be in Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Or Total War Warhammer 2.
Or We Are Billions.
Or We Are Billions. Actually, yeah, We Are Billions.
Oh yeah, they are billions.
They Are Billions should have been on this category instead of Valkyria Chronicles. I think.
No, because everybody that played the game is too mad at it to vote for it. And not because it's a bad game.
That's true.
Just tired of losing. Like fuck that game.
Hey,
well, it's bullshit. You gotta do you gotta be at 75% fucking handicap to just unlock the next map.
Dude, one zombie gets in and it's all over.
One zombie hits a tent and it's all over.
Yeah, you're done. It's like you might as well just restart.
The key is to build a citadel. Basically, you gotta do wall within wall within wall, and you might survive to mid game.
So
Yeah,
most of these
maybe.
I agree with, except for Valkyria Chronicles. Like that's the only one that doesn't make sense to me.
I disagree with that one definitely. At least 3 other games that should be in this.
The
slot.
gameplay
But
for
Banner Saga, but Banner Saga is an amazing series, and it's probably one of the best turn-based games I've played recently in the recent decade.
Yeah, I am Brandon actually is another streamer or a partner streamer that I know that works at the company who makes Banner Saga.
Yeah, it's a fucking amazing game. Send my praises to those guys because they're doing great work. I love it.
There's a game further ahead on this list that I can't believe it's there.
Oh no, yeah, we'll get to these. So the best sports racing game. Okay.
What?
FIFA?
sports
Forza?
slash racing. not
Sports
like-
slash racing, sorry. Sports
Yeah.
slash racing.
Oh my
FIFA?
god, I was like
Okay,
sports
Forza?
racing game like FIFA.
Oh, no, FIFA's a game based on one of the slowest fucking sports to play. What the shit?
So
well, actually, due to them running all the time, it's fastest.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're badass at relay races.
No,
So-
I hate soccer.
So let's go FIFA, Forza, Mario Tennis Aces, which makes sense. NBA, nah. Pro Evolution Soccer, okay, sure. You got 2 soccer games competing for this, but the only one that really, like, in terms of anything, it's all sports games. Well, so why is there one racing game on this? Which, you know, it's interesting.
Well,
But-
racing
Were there
is
that many
technically
good
a
racing games
sport,
that came
so...
out?
Yeah, I think it's the only one that might have come out, though. So, but out of this list,
Yeah, like
these are the only 2 games I think that really make this category for me. It's Forza Horizon 4 and Mario Tennis Aces. The rest is just kind of like their yearly titles I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, and they're yearly titles that do all that packs of cards, my own create a league bullshit. that
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
trying to
So
get
I don't. Yeah, so that's why those don't make those lists for me. Like these 2 are the only games that matter.
And even if you're putting NBA up there, NHL is a better game because it's about hockey.
Yeah.
So
Damn
what do you
straight.
mean? You're not wrong.
So best multiplayer game. All right, here comes a woozy.
This
Oh,
blew my
God.
fucking
So
mind away. Man.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves.
Why is that on there?
That's what I said.
There.
That's what I said. I was like, how? Who did they have to pay to put that game on that list in the first place?
Like Rare's
dude.
freaking out. Like we'll pay anything. Just put our game on a list.
like, but you guys
Did they
enjoy-
have Samwise, like, threaten people with a knife? Like,
I
did
don't
he
know.
go all, like, Lord of
This
the
is
Rings Return
not-
of the King on, motherfucker?
You could have a category called mediocre multiplayer games, and it wouldn't make that list. Like I don't know, I understand how it's in with the best multiplayer.
Yeah, so
The
that's
only
that's this is
thing. I would say the only thing it could win is Flash in the Pan Game of the Year.
yeah.
You loved it for 6 hours.
Once they realized that they were just doing the same thing forever.
Like, I could see it in the most hype for nothing category.
Yeah, like a most hype for nothing category would definitely fall into.
Obviously, a vast majority of people decided this was one of a runner for best multi.
All I'm
You know-
saying
you know
is,
what? No, I'm gonna put money on that. The whole reason it's here is because of the secondary studio involved in it.
what, Microsoft?
Yep, I'm gonna
You
say.
could
I'm
just
gonna
say
put,
Microsoft.
Yep, it's Microsoft. Microsoft, you
that
fucking
little
bastards.
secondary
Why are you paying to
studio
put your game on?
Microsoft.
No, I'm calling it right now. They're gonna completely.
I don't think
crash my
Microsoft
Windows
would have paid the
10.
money for it. I think Rare would
No,
have
I'm
paid the
with-
money.
No, they're gonna crash my Windows 10,
Rare's what's
Microsoft,
upset.
because you guys suck at making games. Stop it.
So this is
If
a
you're
category that doesn't make sense to me. Best student game.
Yeah.
Ah,
So we got like a bunch of games. I'm just gonna speed through them because we don't like.
one's
I've
up-
never seen any of these. So all right, cool, whatever. We're gonna keep going to that. Best debut
Wait,
indie game.
Like, whoa, hold on. I'm confused about. I'm just confused about that category. Like, student
It's
game. Like,
games
is it
made by
somebody
Awarded
submitted to their
student
professor?
project created at high
Or
school
is
or
it, like,
college
actually
level?
been released to the public?
No, yeah, they're recently in public. Awarded best student project created at a high school or college level.
And I follow indie games, and I haven't seen any of these, man. Like,
No,
I think I
Combat
might have heard of
2018 is the only one I've heard of.
I didn't
Everything
even know
else-
you could play games made by high schoolers. That doesn't even sound legal. What the fuck
haven't
is
you played
this?
Flash games?
Yeah, Flash games were all made by high schoolers. Most
I
of
thought
them.
they were just made by potheads, but
That too.
those are high schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the cool for?
True.
All right,
Guilty.
so best debut indie game. So we got Donut County again. We got Florence on here again. We got Moss on here again. We got The Messenger, and we got Yoku's Island Express. The only one that
Didn't
makes
we already
two-
have a best indie game category?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this is their first
debut.
indie game.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
yeah. So the best,
I
if you were
see
talking
what
about
you've
this, the Messenger, I think, is the only one that wins this to me.
Why are there mobile games in the fucking indie game?
Yeah, Florence keeps popping up in weird places that I don't understand. Oh wow!
Just say county, man.
Yeah, why can't you say
Donut County?
Donut County.
Sorry, the Scottish from my dad's side came out. I apologize.
The donut cunt.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to delete the VOD now. Anyway.
You were the one that said it earlier on in the show.
I know.
Well, just fair game.
Clip me saying that so I can put it on my YouTube at least.
All right, so we'll move on from that one. Best esports game. So there's a couple of these that most of these make sense. There's one glaring one to me that makes 0 sense. All right, so DC's game, CS:GO, makes sense.
Makes 0 sense.
No, it makes
How
great
dare
sense.
you?
Shouldn't even be on there. It's not
Who
even
invited
a
this
game.
guy?
Dota 2 makes sense.
Yep.
Fortnite makes
game.
0 sense because I don't think of this as an esport game in the slightest.
Fortnite should be the only game on this list. What are you guys talking about? Fortnite is the most competitive esports game. You can emote when you build a bridge. Come on, the fuck.
Man, PUBG made a bigger splash
So
than these.
I had to do it. And I had those muted for a whole like 10 seconds because of that comment.
The thing is, the tournaments in Fortnite are so broken that they have hackers ruining people's chances at winning. Like they get 0 credit for that.
Well, also they pick some of the biggest asses in streaming to represent them too.
Yeah. So then you got.
I mean, I don't think they picked it. That guy got popular and they had to run.
Yeah. So
That
like,
guy.
League of Legends, League of Legends,
That
sure.
guy.
And then
League of
Overwatch,
Legends,
sure. If you're going for esports games, all these make sense except for the glaring problem of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Fortnite.
CS:GO.
I mean, CS:GO makes sense, I think. But Fortnite does not make sense. It's not an esports game. It's a fucking battle royale. There's no esports relevance to it because you're not playing. It's like not like the rest of these. You all have something else in common: team versus team, team versus team, person versus person.
Can you guys
Team versus
imagine
team,
the shit
and team
show
versus team.
that a Fortnite meet would be?
I mean, yeah.
Like
it's
that'd be a
cool.
shit show.
It'd just be everybody
Wow.
trying to do the dances. That's all they're trying to do in fucking person.
I mean, the
So
thing is,
it'd just be a bunch of Reddit and Fortnite.
So here's one I would skip. Here's one I'm going to skip. It's the best esports player presented by HP, whatever. Best esports.
Oh,
team.
we're talking about Dominique is my motherfucking homie.
yeah, Sonic Fox wins. Skip the
Oh
rest.
man, they got Simple on there? No.
He is
Pick the
simple.
one.
Best esports team.
What?
A lot of these don't make sense.
Whoa, his name is Uzi. Won't that be a little problematic?
No.
I mean,
They're getting
unless
better shooting people.
Uzi. I mean, unless it's like like an STD or something. I don't know. Best esports coach. Okay, I don't care about this one either. Best
Oh
esports
yeah, let's
event.
see who the top coach. Yeah, wait, these guys even. That top guy was like 12 years old. What the fuck do you mean he was a coach?
Are you
Yeah,
kidding
that's
me?
all.
Cloud9
That dude looked like he
the
was
only
fucking
coach I
12.
know.
Go back. Look at that. He is fucking.
I mean,
fifth grade.
to be real, the Fnatic and Cloud9's coach are the only people I know of anyway.
Yeah.
The rest are kind of like
Okay. The dude
Dude,
in the hoodie.
Janko. He's
Okay.
like the announcer.
Looks like a
at every
truck driver.
single-
Yeah, but I didn't know he was a coach.
Oh yeah, no, he
He's
Who?
coaching.
Who?
Danny looks like a broke DJ, and I love it.
His team.
Like I wouldn't go to the club that would hire him, but I like it.
Janko, yeah, he's a fine broadcaster. I didn't know he was still coaching.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think he was coaching
So-
anymore either. I knew he used to, but I guess he's still.
None of these guys are ever going to coach me.
So do you
so
get-
keep roasting
Do you guys
them.
care enough about the esports events to talk about those?
Events,
give a fuck.
no.
Like I
don't care about singular.
I don't see I don't see the choice of the singular events.
If it was what league do I think
host,
is
I
the
don't care
best?
about either.
I don't care.
Best esports
Like,
tournament, I don't
like
really
the
care.
Overwatch.
The Overwatch League was hilariously underattended. Like that could be on the list.
Well, like in person, but yeah.
So,
oh yeah, there was only like one section
Okay.
of people.
So this one's gonna be, of course, by choice by most
Wait,
people.
real quick. Can I say best esports moment? They missed the best esports moment. Sonic Fox took off his hat in a game, and that was the best moment.
Oh
They missed it.
shit!
Instead, they put in him switching side. But anyway,
Yeah, man, it's just.
you don't follow fighting esports, but that was a hype.
So this one's kind of weird for me. I mean I don't agree with half the people that are on this, but content creator of the year. So we got Dr. Lupo.
Okay, that shouldn't,
TS
that shouldn't be a category.
This shouldn't be a category, I don't think. But Dr. Lupo, TSM Myth, Ninja. I don't agree with him being on here. Pokimane, I don't agree with her being on here. And then I don't even know who Willie Rex is, to be honest.
All right, so I did check.
Where's the doc? Where's Shroud?
Speaking of Devil, Homeboy is on this list. That's funny.
There's like 10 other people that should have been on this list aside of. I mean, this should have been a bigger list to begin with, but if you're going to
Meg should be on this list.
Meg Turney?
Lupo.
No, Meg Kylie.
Oh. Lupo's solid.
Meg Kylie, yeah.
How come Matani's not on this list?
Who? Yeah, exactly. Where's Mittens?
Who the fuck is Mittens?
What, General Mittens?
Our Mittens.
What? Like Alex.
Oh.
Hey, Mittens.
So, but if I was going off this list, like, these are all Fortnite players, except for I don't know who Willie Rex is.
He's a Spanish.
Mittens should be on the Meta Creator of the Year list.
Yeah. Pokimane is mostly an IRL streamer. Ninja, sure, I get him because he's the biggest streamer on the platform right now. TSM Myth being the second. And Dr. Lupo, I think, being the third or fourth. But
it looks like he's about to drop a record right now.
But the only person I would agree with being on, I would vote for personally on this list, because I don't dislike them for some reason, is Dr. Lupo. Yeah, Dr. Lupo would be my choice because he's honest, humble, and he doesn't take shit from anybody.
Here's the thing. I find the profile pictures of all the other ones hilarious because they look like Ninja's about to jump in the octagon and get his ass kicked, and Myth looks like he's about to drop an LP.
When they say content creator,
neck, man, that's a long neck. Look at that. He almost looks kind of scary.
Don't start me with the neck memes, because that was already a thing this last week.
He already, he just kind of looks like he shouldn't be there. He's nervous.
You heard it here. DC called Ninja a fucking giraffe.
Look at him!
And the big old neck.
But I don't understand Pokimane being here. She's a big streamer, sure.
Too. Look at that, it's a weak neck.
But I wouldn't do that with Willie Rex. I don't understand this.
It's when they're talking about all this stuff and they're content creation, they might as well just have Trainwrecks and whoever else makes memes.
Yeah, let's get Trainwrecks on this list. That'd be fucking.
I mean, there should be a couple categories.
As an example of a terrible choice.
Yeah,
I like.
Are these all Twitch streamers or are any of them YouTube?
Yeah,
they're all Twitch streamers.
So there's no
we should get Brittany Venti should be on that list.
Dude, Markiplier.
Yeah, I would have had Markiplier on this list. I would have had
Marky Poo.
I would have even had Jacksepticeye. I would have done a couple other people in terms of some of these people. But TSM Myth being on there, okay, he's a Fortnite only streamer pretty much. Ninja only Fortnite or Battle Royale or lately Final Fantasy for some reason. Yeah. Dr. Lupo. Or Courage, Courage JD. I would have put him on here.
If you're going to go with people who are content creators, though, I think you have to go with something that's above and beyond that average playing video games on Twitch, which is probably, I'd say, the Doc #1 because he's putting on tournaments and he has the best production values in Twitch. And then after that, you have to go with someone who's maybe putting out something interesting. I'd go with Northern Lion with their NLSS weekly thing with 10,000 viewers every week who are just watching random indie games. Something cool and different, not just there's this guy has the most views.
There's a ton of people I would have definitely chosen. I mean, even actually even TSM Myth shouldn't have been on there. It would have been TSM Daquan that would have been I would have thought would have been on there because he's actually a bigger streamer.
Yeah.
But
I just don't get why it's all Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been Pink
Sparkles. I'm saying, man, you got. I say we gotta look at who's sponsoring the awards because that might explain a lot of these categories. To be honest,
I mean, some of them say they're
posted by Twitch.
I'm not saying they're straight up buying their slots, but I'm just saying there might be a little.
But there was a couple categories like HP bought one category, Spotify did one, Dolby did one. So there's a couple of them that are sponsored categories, but some of the games in the categories don't make sense overall. And then on top of that, why are they only limiting to one type of content creator? Most of these people are all Fortnite streamers.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is they think a bunch of people who play and watch Fortnite watch these, but they're not gonna. No reason.
Yeah, and honestly, the category existing in general, I don't think there should be award ceremonies for streamers. In all honesty.
I mean, it's cool. I would be, if I were ever a big streamer like that, I mean, I'd be humbled by it, but at the same time, I'm just but why?
Yeah.
I think, your numbers and your followers should already let you know you're your own people's champion or wherever the fuck you want to call yourself.
Yeah, I mean it's people's choice kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Streamers to me, I don't think should be like involved in the award ceremony as like a category. Like if they had them there as like hosts and like doing shit, that's a thing, and I'd be more cool with that.
Yeah, I mean for this, it's kind of a joke because I don't consider them the big content creators. They're the people who play the most.
The thing that trips me out though is the verbiage for it. It says worlds will change on December 6th. Worlds are not going to change. Half these categories are a joke.
Also, I just looked it up. TSM Myth has 50% more than Daquan now.
Really?
Yeah,
45 million.
Does this award ceremony think they're just going to get like esports in the Olympics on December 6th?
Wait, on what though? I thought. Wait, there's nobody in.
I just looked at it.
4.5 million?
Oh yeah, did I say that wrong?
You said 45 million. I'm like, there's nobody on Twitch that has 45 million to begin with.
Yeah, never mind. Top 10 sort by followers. Myth has 4.5 mil, and Taekwon has 2.99.
So who's 1, 2, and 3 then? So I know Ninja's 1.
Shroud's 2. ME Eclipse is 3.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, me either. It's a picture of Shroud's face when I clicked it. Okay. Maybe this website's bad. Maybe we don't trust it.
What is it? Social Blade?
Yeah. Number 3 is just a picture of Shroud's face when I clicked it, so I'm not sure who that is.
Could have been worse.
Oh wow, Tfue is up to 5th. That's madness.
Wow.
He beat out Summit 1G. Did you hear he didn't make it into the Fortnite finals this time around because a hacker killed him?
Nah, I mean it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Like the number 2 Fortnite streamer nowadays make it in because they can't stop hackers.
One of them that trips me out is like you think of a few years back, Syndicate used to be the biggest one for the longest time with the most amount of in terms of followers. And then Summit beats it, and he was only there for like 5 days before Ninja eclipsed him.
Yeah.
Soda Poppin' also, he was at the top at 1.2.
Soda Poppin', yeah.
I actually like Soda Poppin'. He's kind of a dick sometimes, but he's like I actually enjoy his content.
It's pretty funny to watch.
He's not as bad as some of them ones that I'm like, man, I can't.
Yeah, he's definitely tolerable.
Was it like the Tyler one in his series? He was losing his. I always see stuff on like Twitter, like, oh, look at him scream. I'm like, dude, he needs to chill out.
Oh,
Tyler was a straight up lolcow. He
what was that word? Lolcow?
Yeah.
Loco?
No, lolcow.
Oh,
because no, like I remember watching some of his streams he was doing like in his back, like some of the shit he did in his backyard, like when he broke his computer during a live stream. Like he's done some dumb shit.
Yeah, that's why he was banned from games for years.
Yeah.
Okay, something keeps beeping every like hour, every like 20 minutes. I have no idea what it is.
Something on your end, I think. Yeah. Ninja's viewers definitely have tapered off quite a bit, especially in this last hackers are killing me thing.
Hey man.
Or stream snipers. No, sorry, stream snipers are killing me.
Yeah, it was the stream sniper thing.
So, but yeah.
I saw the video with the stream sniper thing with Ninja, and I think he overreacted. Because literally, like, if you watch the video, the guy takes him out, and like when he goes to do the emote, it's after Ninja's buddy is yelling emote 72 times in the course of 3 minutes, and the guy just so happens to emote when they're like tracking his
everybody emotes later in the game in that though.
Dude,
and the guy built like a 7-story tower right after he took him out, and they emote on top of it, and I'm like, okay, that's what you do.
He emoted for like a split second, and he's like, there it is, report.
It's proof. He did it right after my guy said it for like an hour straight.
He used an emote in a game that's basically all emoting.
Yeah.
Also, tell me that if you were playing a game and you killed Shroud, you would instantly emote.
Yeah, like
100%.
Yeah. Am I the only one that remembers?
Let's be honest. Like maybe I'll kill Summit. Nobody's killing Shroud.
And let's be honest. Didn't we all?
Yeah, I said Shroud. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like not even 10 years ago, we were all teabagging each other in games, anyways. Like who the fuck
for
cares
fun?
About an emote?
For fun. Just because you killed somebody, like...
Oh, okay, no, I remember in online tournaments, you would just kill somebody, you teabag them real quick and just go on. Nobody gave a shit. Like, the occasional 14-year-old would rage. Everybody's like, oh, man, he got me good, son of a bitch. And just, like, kept on playing. Now it's like, I can't do a little boogie dance without getting, like, somebody I'm gonna personally get this guy banned.
Halo 3 put in physics so that when you teabagged them, their head would bounce.
Yeah, see,
Like
I love it.
that's what games is about.
Right? Right.
But now everybody's so sensitive we can't even emote. I
Game
guess.
said that clipped and tweeted if I killed Ninja. Oh man. But
I mean, that's probably the easiest way to get followers. Is kill
much.
Ninja, teabag him.
And then make a YouTube video out of it and blast it everywhere.
Yeah, I would love to see Ninja when he was playing Halo as a younger kid. He probably was one of those little raging 14.
Oh, dude.
He's still.
Okay.
I'll put money on it. I'll put money on like one of those videos you.
So I'll have to pull up the records. I actually played against Ninja in the original Halo 2 tournaments back in MLG days.
Oh shit!
Because it was in the qualifiers, and I got to play against him. And actually, no, I played with him on one of the team matches. We didn't win on that one, but dude, he used to rage a lot, like a ton.
I mean, dude, look it up. He still does.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he rages even when he's like, dude, he gets a little schizophrenic. I don't know. I saw his response to everybody giving him shit for the ban, and he went from like raging at his chant to like laying his head back and giggling like he was a fucking joke.
Or trying to meme it, or he was trying to meme it for a bit. Oh.
Yeah, like that green hair has gone to his brain cells, I think.
H1Z1.
Fucking them up.
That was another one too. Is H1Z1's kind of faltered off, and they canceled their big tournament.
Cancel the league.
Yeah, they canceled the big league because it was dying off.
Yeah, people are upset because I don't think people are getting paid properly too.
Yeah, well, that too.
But yeah, who would have guessed they didn't?
Oh yeah, no, right? No kidding, right? But yeah, I think that that about wraps it up for us tonight. We actually went a lot longer, like an hour and 45 minutes tonight. It's like, holy moly.
Well, we started a little bit late.
A few minutes, but...
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to see something cool I got for myself? Like, I'll show the whole stream this. I forgot to show you guys this at the beginning of the stream.
I mean, we don't know what it is, so maybe.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Ah.
The comic.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a comic.
That is sweet. Nice.
Grabbed it on sale when I went Christmas shopping.
Boom.
Tight.
True. We're just getting ready to get off, my friend. Thank you so much for the host, though, man.
Yeah, true. Thanks for coming out, bro.
Everyone go watch.
They just ended playing D&D, but if you guys haven't checked out all the streamers here on FatBTV, definitely do so. Let's get everybody shouted out while we're here.
Yeah, if anyone thinks we should talk about something we missed this time, let us know. Tweet at FatBTV or us individually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, blow up my Twitter. I don't care.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week at the same exact time, which is, for me, 11 EST. I don't know your guys' times.
11 EST. I'm with you, kid.
Yeah, same.
Now, you guys are all EST. I'm the PST guy.
Yeah, for you, it's great. For us,
maybe we start telling the time in EST now.
Right. I'm just outnumbered. Flat out outnumbered.
Yeah, we've been doing this in PST the whole time, not realizing you're the only.
So we gotta find a time that works for everybody.
Yeah.
I just need to get home earlier from work.
Yeah, it's okay. You're a minority, and we still love you.
West Side minority.
Alrighty, guys and gals. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Check us out next week on the INNsider, and have a great night. See you guys later.